Hi! Look at the sparkle stickers I added to my sketchbook. But yeah, hi. Welcome to another Draw With Me video. I was in the mood to do a spread again, which is why when I opened my sketchbook here, I was like, I only have the right side. So yeah, moving on to a full spread. I've done these a few times now, where I just draw whatever comes to mind and just try to fill the pages up. Well, this is me thinking about where the hell I should start. But then I was just like, okay, just random shapes. Just some swirls, some lines, some squiggles, I don't know. But that does help me to just get started, because then I just see random shapes in it. Yeah, for this one, I was like, ooh, that's a nice wavy shape. And at first I wasn't sure if I wanted it to be an actual wave. Then it looked like an elephant, then it looked like tentacles, and I don't know. I was like, okay, let me make this into actual waves after all. And I used this brush pen, and I really like the effect. It's kind of a little bit like those Japanese style wave images. Not really, but a teeny tiny bit. And I wanted it to come out of the frame. Some of it doesn't really make sense, but this was just this is just an exercise to not overthink my drawings and making it work instead of adhering to rules, I guess. Because yeah, I think if I did this again, I would do things differently, but I was just like, okay, let's work with what we have. Let's see how this is going. I'm adding some shading, so to say, to make the waves look more glossy, more wet. And then I later decided to fill in the square it's coming out of. I do really like when things are coming out of squares, if I add any. No, it's not a square, it's a rectangle. I keep mixing those up. But anyway. Adding some more rectangles out of the other rectangle to make it more three-dimensional, or interesting at least. And then I was like, okay, let me stop and move on. I have seen a few images similar to this one, which I'll pop on the screen, where some person is in a moon crescent, and I wanted to make my own version of that. I actually envisioned it differently, but it just developed this way. I used my pen pot to get a perfect circle, because I do not trust myself to be capable to make a perfect circle. For a second I was thinking about adding a skull in there instead of a person, but maybe another time. Oh yeah, there's actually also an image of Tita Fantis standing in a moon shape. I'll see if I can find the picture. But I wanted my person to just sit in there elegantly. Whenever I draw legs or feet, I kind of, it's not like I don't know what I'm doing, but anything in the body is quite weird sometimes to draw. But I have been to so many life drawing classes at uni or out of uni as well, which I should actually get back into. Well, I guess what they say is true. It does get better with practice. Yeah, feet are difficult. Mine sometimes look like they should be on a water creature or something, but I don't like feet in general, so I'm like, don't want to draw them anyway. I did want this figure to have very nice long hair. I struggled with the expression quite a bit. I redid that quite a few times. It's because it's so tiny. But it's okay in the end. In this time lapse, you will see me go over it again and again and again, so oh well. So I did the sketch with a pencil, then I decided to add alcoholic markers, and then I went in with an ink liner. And usually if I do this, then it's like sketch, liner, and then the alcoholic marker, but yeah, this time it happened the other way around because I didn't plan to add an outline, but then decided to do it after all, so yeah. Also, with this kind of paper, I actually don't know what exact paper it is, but it's a Ryman sketchbook that I randomly got, and it's so absorbent. I don't know, the ink just really seeps into it and spreads quite easily as well, so that's what happened with this one as well, where it spread over the lines of where I wanted it to go. So that's not great. But I did put my notepad paper underneath so that it wouldn't bleed through to the other page. But yeah. This was another one where I had to tell myself, okay, stop now. This is a sketchbook. Loose, flowing, easygoing spread. Let's not obsess over details. So moving on, I was like, let me practice to draw roses from memory. Because I have been saying this a lot, but my roses tend to look like cabbage. And I'm not sure if I succeeded with this one, but yeah, just trying to get used to it and not use a reference every now and again. But once I add some more sketchy outlines and stuff, it does look more like... Oh, once I add the leaf, then it looks more like rose, I guess. It's something I want to get good at, because roses are my favourite flower, I think. I say I think because I'm like, is it roses or peonies? In my head it's roses, but then I find myself surrounded by peonies more. As in decoration or in art I'm drawn to. But I love roses, but anyway. I suppose that there are some things I want to get better at, which is drawing roses from memory and feet. guess after 2 or 3 ideas, I'm always like, what to draw next? And then I'm like, oh, it's time for a ghoul. So, yeah. I did want it to be full body, yeah, in this spread, but it turned out looking like a child. Not body, but height. Height-wise, it looked quite childlike. And, yeah, so I was like, let me go over the edge of the page, which means that I wouldn't have to draw feet, so that's a plus, right? But yeah, I just wanted one of my ghouls in there. It's fun to draw because they're quite forgiving. And as I was drawing, I found that it looked like the head was facing away from the viewer, from the observer. So then I added an actual ghoul head, I guess to just satisfy my need to draw an actual ghoul expression. I'm looking at the other one I drew in another video, just to see, because I'm always like, how the hell did I draw the eyes again? How did I draw the non-existent mouth? Added some tears for dramatic effect, and then I also made it smile because I thought that was a bit creepier. A crying, smiling ghoul. For the ways I was noticing that I think one of the original lines I did went downwards, and tried to rectify that with a bit of white pen, but I don't think it helped at all. But hey, whatever. By that time it was getting dark outside, and yeah, decided to turn on the light instead of keeping on and it just getting really dark. Oh yeah, then I wanted to draw just a quick little cluster of candles, because I saw a ring like this recently, not this shape of them all being together, but it was a ring with I think 5 candles next to each other. It looked so good. When in doubt, I do draw flowers, candles, skulls. Is that it? Don't know. Yeah, but then randomly I was thinking of a hand coming out of a mirror, or like a little decorative tray. I do hate drawing hands, but not as much as feet, I guess, so yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't plan to talk about feet this much in this video, but hey. At this point I was getting really tired, so I just doodled some random stars, added just some lines, cross-hatching, is it called cross-hatching? Yeah, I was tired and hungry, so just tried to fill up some space, but I didn't want to stop yet, even though I was hungry. I do want it to be full enough and not look half-assed. So I added a bit more of the ink pen, another rectangle, some shading, I guess, just to fill up the space more. But also I do really like how that looks. And then I remembered from, was it the last time I did a sketchbook spread? Adding those rough, squiggly, floral patterns was really nice, so I added some of that. But then it was time to go eat for real. But this is the finished spread. I'm really happy with it, completely random. And yeah, I will see you next time. Bye. Goal for the summer is to go to lecturing, right? My goal for the summer is to notepad paper underneath so that it wouldn't bleed through. In this time lapse, you would